Oh my gosh. Just like Usher says in his song OMG, that's exactly what I'm feeling right now, guys. If we're looking across the board, it's been madness. We've seen one of the biggest pullbacks in the history of crypto. Of course, we have seen Donald Trump come in and announce that there will be massive tariffs on China, and obviously we know this is China. The market is going to react to that. A lot happening. I did sleep in today, so all of this unfolded while I was sleeping, and I woke up, my eyes just went crazy. And to be honest with you, if you guys ask me my honest opinion, I'm actually happy. During these times, I get happy because if I have some extra capital that I want a dollar cost average in, these are the times where I would do that. And remember, there's a famous saying: be greedy while others are fearful, be fearful while others are greedy. And right now we're seeing one of the biggest drops in crypto, and so, it's been a while since we've seen that. And you want to put this into perspective, we've seen the largest liquidation in the history of crypto today alone. And I do believe the market reacted even bigger than it would have, because I think there were over leveraged positions, and them getting wiped out has caused even more of a drop than we were expecting. But again, we're talking about China, and we could see this back and forth. Let's see what happens. But again, these are factors that are not in our control. But in my opinion, I think the market is already kind of matured itself from these tariff conversations. We'll see what happens, but let's take a closer look and see what's happening with ADA. ADA down 24%. It's down even more over the last few hours, but the last 1 hour we've seen a little bit of a rebound for the broader market, but we still are down quite a bit. Price of ADA 61.56%, down 30% in USD, down 23% in Bitcoin. Comparative valuation 21.2 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at 3.3 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So take a look at this largest liquidation in the history of crypto. You don't want to overlook this: $9.4 billion. And if you're focusing on the stock market as well, I did mention this in my market overall market depth update, if you did end up watching it. If not, you can watch it here. The S&P 500 closes down 2.7% and posts its largest daily decline since April 10th. So if you want to put this into perspective, it erased a 1.5 trillion, and it's even larger than that because this was 2 p.m. It's even larger than that, and that's pretty much almost half of the entire crypto market valuation. When you put that into perspective, it really shocks you as to how small the crypto space really is. But let's take a look at what's happening. You can see for yourself the dominance index. You guys know it's not a crypto ZX update unless we don't talk about the dominance, but look at this spike for the dominance. We skyrocketed for the dominance at 62.29%. You can see for yourself, and that should tell you everything you need to know. This should be enough for you to understand why we're seeing such a big retracement for the broader market. But king of the market, which is Bitcoin, saw a major flush. You could see for yourself, we retested, guys, some of the levels we haven't seen since June. We did not get back below 100,000 because, of course, a six-figure price point, there is a lot of volume. If I pull out that chart, you will see there is a lot of liquidity around here. But we kind of got, supported around the $102,000. Came very close to the six-figure price point. But even though we're seeing a rebound right now, this was short-lived. This did not last too long. We are picking up back into the 23.6. We're sitting at about $113,000, just below our first confirmation at 115. But again, 16% pullback for Bitcoin should speak a lot of volume, and shouldn't be really a big surprise to any one of you that we're seeing the broader market see such a big pullback. But with that being said, even though we're sitting right now at 113, you guys know we're below our confirmation, and this wick right here is something I want you guys to keep in mind, because yes, the tariff originally caused this to happen, but that does not mean we're not going to see more announcements regarding this. Maybe China's going to come and comment on that, which could cause the price to still see a little bit of more shaky end and cause the dominance to fill the wick. I personally think as of now, there is still a chance for Bitcoin to actually complete this wick before reversing. So we'll see what happens, but let's take a look at ADA, because oh my gosh, because this was a good thing too for some people. If you had some buy orders placed in around, let's say, the support line of 40 cents or 56 cents, some of you literally got one of the luckiest trades in a long time, because you can see for yourself, if people had their buy orders filled in at 40 cents, let's say, that's a 52% increase. That's a 52% increase instantly. We're back. We're back, into the 61 cents price point, and we are back above the 57 cents support line. But this is something I can't even imagine. Like, I've been in this space for 10 years, as you guys know, but this is one of the craziest. It's been a very long time. It takes me back to 2020 levels, since we saw something like this, or, the FTX time. But see for yourself, guys, we saw a retracement of about 68%. Yes, this wick did not last too long. Yeah, it's definitely did not last too long. But imagine the leverage positions. Imagine the leverage positions. This is why I tell you guys, stay away from leverage trading platforms, guys. Because, people tend to think, oh yeah, I got in early and my liquidation price is very, very low. But look at the swing. It's not that the price is still hovering around here, but we did see a rebound quite fast. This is due to Bitcoin and the dominance seeing such a sharp, pick towards the upside. But, this Bitcoin move, if Bitcoin drops 16%, and, dominance picks up the way it has. And again, if you want to look at the dominance, it was sitting at 59.2%, and we went up to 62.2%. So this does not shock me whatsoever that, we did see this wick towards the downside. And, what's even crazy is that, like, we retested levels we haven't seen since August 2024, but we have picked up back to, above our support line at the 58 cents right now. Obviously, we're not in the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level, and I don't want you guys to be like, oh, why are we not at this level? Come on, guys. Come on, take a look at the broader market. And these are risk factors that we cannot control. Even the equity market, like I said, is reacting to that. And this is where your risk strategy comes into play. There's always risk associated to it. But I've said this on my X as well. I wish I had more capital laying around right now. I'm going to be quite frank with you. I don't have that much capital that I am willing to, invest. If I did, I would be buying, a lot of coins, because there is definitely an opportunity that lies right now within the crypto markets, which is insane to me. And this is going to be talked about quite a bit. I still think we're in a bull market, believe it or not. I know people think that, bull market is over. I still think we're in a bull market, but we want to see the price of, Cardano getting back into the 78.6 at the latest. And I think this rebound is going to shock a lot of people, because that's only about an 11% move towards the upside. And I think we can reclaim back above that much quicker than a lot of people are realizing. But oh my gosh, guys, this is insane. And this should be a learning lesson for a lot of newcomers coming into the space as well. That stay away from leverage trading platforms. Like, I always try to tell you guys that, and I got offered crazy money. Like, I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna put any platform name or anything, and I've shared the story with you guys so many times. I've gotten crazy money offers from like exchanges to cover leverage trading and promote that. Never, because I hate leverage trading. And I would never wish that towards my viewers. That should tell you that I really truly try to bring you guys realistic updates, and I truly try to care about you guys and tell you guys make sure your exit strategies are in place. Make sure you guys don't get greedy. Make sure you guys understand the risk associated with crypto. But anyone that is still holding spot is better than who were obviously on the leverage trading, because I personally think we saw a lot of people getting their positions wiped out over the last few hours. So maybe this was the flush that we needed before we head back towards the upside. We obviously want to be taking a very close look at Bitcoin. Like I said, I still have this gut feeling Bitcoin fills this wick. I still have this gut feeling. We'll see what happens. Obviously, if we're able to reclaim back up to $122,000, then it's a different conversation. But I don't know, something tells me we still fill this wick in. We'll see what happens. We still have a lot of ways to go till October is done. But in terms of an opportunity standpoint, if you were kicking yourself back in December of last year, and if you are a big believer on ADA, the opportunity from that yearly high from 2024, you are still getting a retracement of about 53% discount if you want to put it that way. But of course, if I think if I think Bitcoin is going to fill the wick, that does mean ADA could still fall below, which is insane. Like, I still can't wrap my head around what we have witnessed. But this is how, the risk factor that we need to consider. These things are not in our control. We did not know Donald Trump's going to come out and announce, this type of tariff on China, or hinting that there's going to be a massive tariff. Again, we're talking about big countries over here, so we'll keep you guys covered. Obviously, I think it's not over. We might hear more back and forth, which could cause some choppiness, but I think this rebound is going to be quicker than a lot of people are realizing. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Obviously, it's my own personal opinion. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.